Howdy folks, welcome back to Railroads Online. I've been grinding away and finally have enough money to buy a new locomotive. So today that's what we're going to do. We're going to get the Class 48. We're going to try that out. And I'm standing over here at the bottom of Iron Mine Mountain. So I've got this empty string of cars. The plan is to bring the Class 48 over here, grab that empty string, and then we'll start using the Class 48 to run back and forth between this yard and the sawmill, and then we'll use old number 3 back there just to go up the mountain and back down. So that's the plan. I'm going to teleport over to the shop and I'll meet you over there. Alright, here we are. We got the Durango and Rio Grande Western, I think is what that stands for. Class 48, made by Baldwin, and build date was 1877, so it's a pretty old model. 060, of course. And the tractive effort, 9,300 pounds. Not too bad. I've heard this guy is pretty stout. I don't think I've ever used it. But this is going to be number 4, right? Yeah, we had the Porter and then the Shea and then the Climax. So this is number 4. There is no tender, as far as I know. Right? Does that do anything on the back here? No, it's just a number. So, yeah, I think we'll just put Fedora Railroad on there. And I like to look at the straight. Got the spark arrestor. I just think that looks really dumb. I know in reality, if you're burning wood, you'd want a spark arrestor, but can't change anything else. I kind of wish we could change the paint. But we'll roll with it. So, 3,500 bucks. Number 4, done. There she is. So let's take a look here. We've got a saddle tank, it looks like. Can I get... Oh, I can't actually get up on the side of this one. That's nice. Okay. Can't see inside. Really wish there was a way to check the water level on these tanks. Hopefully someday we'll get that. Anyway, let's get the fire going. We can haul a fair amount of wood. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm regretting my decision to buy this. Holy cow. How are you supposed to use this? With your head inside the lantern. Okay, think positive. Well, that door opens the opposite direction. Good to know. It's been a struggle, folks, trying to get this recorded with all the bugs and just general frustration. We're getting there, though. Excited to try this out and have, you know, faster runs. So, can we drive this from in here? Where is... Okay, so we got the reverser. Cylinder cocks. We got the, yeah, we got the regulator there. Alright. So if you're standing in here, it's not too bad. Just outside when you're firing it, it's a little goofy. We open the windows. No. Whistle. Drag down, it pulls it out. Got it. If I go in the Loco UI, we don't fly off the track. That's good. I don't know what triggers that, but that's really annoying. Man, it takes all the wind out of my sails when I'm trying to play and I hit F to get in. The locomotive flies 20 feet in the air. Yeah, it's something special. Looks like we have the gas lanterns. Or oil lanterns, I guess I should say. They're oil or... Yeah, they're probably oil lamps. I don't know when acetylene came into use. Or not acetylene. What am I thinking of? My dad used to have a headlamp that used it. You put like little tablets in and drip water on it and it makes a gas. Some of you will know what I'm talking about. I can't think of the name. Is that acetylene or is that something else? Anyway, he used to use that when he would go raccoon hunting. Way back in the day. Long before most of you were born, probably. Alright, we have no pressure yet, so I'm going to let the pressure build up. Oh, we got a little lantern there so we can see the gauges. That's nice. What's that? Can we grab that? That looks like a water pump. You're able to manually inject. It's kind of similar to what we had on some of my dad's steam engines. I don't know how accurate. I don't think I got one of those over here too. 2 injectors. Wow. Fancy. Anyway, I'm going to let pressure build up. Well, never mind. We're getting pressure. We need to get lined up out of here. So, all right. Reversers on. Do we have brakes on here? We do. Okay. All right. Old number 4 is moving. I don't have Railroads Online extended because it keeps causing crashes. I didn't want it to crash while I was trying to record. So we are lined up to get out of here. Those all look good. Excellent. There we go. She's looking good. Feel ep12 coming on. Run! Yeah, it's not too bad in the cab here. You got decent visibility. Ooh, I like it. And we're not going to need much power, so let's just do like 2%. I wish we had like a crouch button rather than a lay on the floor button. Alright, we're headed out. I'll meet you over at Iron Mountain Yard. It's a really pretty part of the track here. I'll jump back in. This thing is pretty quick when you get used to the geared locos. Anything seems quick. This thing moves right along. I want to fix this part of the track someday. It was too tall for the trestle, so it's a little bit of steel bridge in there. I need to fix that at some point. Not a huge deal. So we're almost over to the yard. Okay, we slide to a stop here. I do believe I need to go that direction. Yeah, to get around the cars. Yeah, I miss the quicker run so much from using extended. Okay, I gotta get used to the controls. Brakes back here, regulator here. Whee! I think it'll take right off, and it doesn't take much throttle running light. Looks like I could have run in on that inside yard track, but I wasn't sure. Also, don't recall how I had the switches set up here. Isn't there a lean key? Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's R and T. Yeah, I do have it set up. Okay, good. I thought I had set up the switches to come in on this track, but I wasn't 100% sure. A little power just to make sure we make it through the switches. Brakes. Come on. There we go. Must be steam brakes. It doesn't seem to be an air compressor on here. Alright, so then that should back us up into the cut. So, a little highlight box, I guess, on that, but as long as you're clicking, it seems to work. Whee! This thing is really sensitive. Use the shift key. The Class 48's got a good sound to it. I like the engine sounds. Whistle sounds good. I'm really glad we can see in the cab. I was a little worried when we were standing back there firing the engine. Like, what have I done? Oh, crap. What have I done is I put this in the wrong track. I forgot to check the other track. Or, I mean, the other switch. We're lined up to go into the reverse loop. I've got a reverse loop here. I'm not super happy with that, but it gets the job done for now. I want to be able to turn the trains here easily. Yeah, so I needed to throw this switch. Missed that one. And it probably seems silly to most of you, but I want the cars facing the right way. One of those people, like, if you have a three-way light switch in your house, and they're not, the light's off and they're not both down, it bothers me. Some of you will get that. So I like the cars facing the correct way with the handbrakes towards the front. I don't want to just turn the loco and then drag the cars out of here. So we'll do a reverse loop. If you don't like that, that's okay. You don't have to do that on your railroad. That's the reason for my madness. Come on back. It's a great looking game. I mean, it has its problems for sure, but looking bad is not one of its problems. Alright, forward. Oops. Thought I had the brake on. Alright, let's get some outside view of this. I turned the rear light off just because it seemed kind of silly to have them both. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull forward. We're going to back around this reverse loop. Then we'll be headed back the other direction. I want to do something better at some point, but this will do for now. We should be able to really haul. It's going to be a lot quicker getting over to the sawmill and back. I might even take a run up the mountain and just see how far we can get with a loaded train. I'm just kind of curious. Do I think we would make it? No. But I'm curious how far we would get. Although they did, the latest patch did reduce the rolling resistance. There is that. Okay, now we want to go this direction. Now we're lined up in loop. Hippity hoppity. It's really annoying when you're trying to take a screenshot and the hint gets stuck up there. It's really bad with switches. Sometimes it does it with other things too. Alright, back in this view, and then we're going to back up. Be curious to see too how it does with a loaded train while we're loading, you know, the slow speed. That's where the geared locos made it really easy, loading the trains. Because you have such precise slow speed control. We'll try 10% and see how we get along. I don't want to go too fast around through here. It is a minimum radius reverse loop. Pretty tight. There, I know this should throw automatically, but I don't trust it. Is it going to make it around? It's going to make it around. There's a little bit of a grade here. Ground wasn't super even. The lighting looks so good in the beta with Unreal 5. Oh, something I was going to ask about, those of you that play. There was a config file change you can make in Unreal Engine 4, so you still had sound when the game was in the background. like when you're alt-tab somewhere else. That no longer works in Unreal 5. Has anybody found a solution to audio playing in the background in Unreal 5? Because it didn't seem to work. So if you know, let me know in the comments below. I did some Googling and didn't really come up with anything. Now we're ready to head to the sawmill. And I'm going to drop a save before we head out, because I'm going to put the pedal to the metal. And we're going to see what happens. I don't know how fast this thing will go. I know it's faster than the Climax. That should do. Line back out. Let's get out of here. See, how's the... Whoa. How's the... Oh boy. Fire in this thing is be a pain. We should have enough stuff. Wait, did I end up with a thing of wood in my hands? I guess it's so close. When I clicked on the door, I picked up wood. Alright, folks. Let's get out of here. Oh, yeah. Like, already going faster than the Climax. Heck yeah. Now, since I don't have extended up, I have no idea how fast we're going. And I came in this direction, right? So we should be aligned. Yeah, we're lined up. This stub switch has caused me so many problems, because it does not auto-switch. Or if it does auto-switch, it doesn't do it correctly. I've derailed there probably 4 times. Well, let's give her all the beans. I think that's full speed. The boiler pressure is only 130. I think in the description it said 120, but here it says 130. But still, that's much faster. If we can go anywhere close to this speed when we're loaded, it's going to speed things up considerably. Because I was working today. I'm recording this on a Sunday, hoping to get this out for a Monday episode. Got a little bit of time. Wife and kids are gone for a bit. And it took me probably an hour and a half just continuing to grind out money so we could buy this. Running up and down the mountain with the Climax. Holy cow, look how good that looks, folks. And it just takes time at 11 miles an hour, you know, in the Climax. We can go probably twice that fast. This guy. That's exciting. See how she does pulling the hill. It's a little bit of pull here. 3% or so on the grades. Some sharp corners. As long as we can make it up that with an empty train, then this plan is going to work. Place your bets now. I think it's got the grunt to do it. But it's not picking up as much speed as I thought it might. I'm pretty sure I took the brakes off. Did I take the brakes off? Yeah, I took the brakes off the head car. So we'll see what happens. We're going to head into the steep part here. Steep and sharp. The enemy of speed. Just going to keep the full beans on and see how it goes. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay. Seems to be holding its own. So let me know in a comment below, how far do you think we'll make it up Iron Mine Mountain with the loaded train and the 04 or 060? What do you think the Class 48 will do? Think we'll make it to the cutoff switch? That's like right before the really bad part. Or we'll even make it that far. Let me know what you think, and I'm going to try that probably between episodes. And I'll let you know how it did. Alright, we're already almost back over to the sawmill. I know I could build a sky bridge across there. Be a lot quicker, but that wouldn't be any fun for me. I don't know how much steam we're wasting. With no speedometer, it's kind of hard to tell. You can sort of tell with sound. Let's take this back down to 60%. Yeah, I think once we got off the steep part, we've probably been okay at 40 or 60. I do need to slow down, though, because I've got to line some switches up. Without extended on, I need to stop and get the switches lined up. Let's go ahead and get some brakes on. Oh, we can run ahead of that, so brakes off. Run! Oh, I forgot how slow we are. Run! Run like the wind! If this switch is thrown, it's this next one up here I gotta hit. How are we doing? Okay, we're beating the train. We're good. It'll probably stop. There's still a lot of rolling resistance compared to before. Now we just need to throw this one, then we should be good to go into the sawmill. Load it up. Yeah, she's already almost stopped. No brakes. Somebody forgot to mute their phone, if that came through. You heard my cell phone. Sorry about that. Ease her back down to like 10%. Should be plenty. Got our poor man's air conditioner on here. The poor bell rope. Let's go ahead and shut her down. This curve should help slow us down as well. What I've been doing is pulling up to the lumber load, and then I can get the beams kind of at the same time if I get it just right. That's been working out pretty well. Almost perfect. Oh yeah, she's going to do just fine at the slow speed stuff. So I want the middle of the cars about here-ish. Maybe just a little forward so the beam cranes line up as well. Watch the ground there just a little bit further. And that probably ought to do. There we go. Alright, we still got logs in the pond. And we're full up over here, so the cycle continues. That'll be it for this one. Yeah, I didn't pull forward quite enough. I pull forward just a little more, then I can go ahead and get some beams on as well. That'll be it for this one, though, folks. Thanks for watching. We're going to keep grinding away, and soon we're going to be heading for the coal mine. That'll be the logical next step. But we got a lot of feeding to do down at the smelter. as well. Before we have a load ready to go to the coal mine. What about there, maybe? It's all guesswork. That's why I usually use extended. Yeah, so we have that crane lined up just about with that. Yeah, then we should be able to get beams on these cars. Maybe. Let's see where this beam goes. Let's go into that one. This might load that one. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, the adventure continues. Thanks as always for watching, folks. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Woohoo! Hey, Crane, who told you you could quit?